what counts as cheating for you?
Oh, that's a good question.
So you mean people need to test water before they jump?
Test the water, yeah.
They don't do anything.
グレイメンハズゴイツトヤ、皆さんどうもこんにちは、トヤです。ということで今年2022年1月よりついに YouTube を始めることにしました。いつもと撮影してる場所とか撮影してる感じが全然違うので、ちょっとというかだいぶ緊張してるんですけど、このチャンネルではいろんなトピックに沿って日本在住の外国人の方へのインタビューを通して皆さんの英語学習のモチベーションを少しでもアップさせられるような動画を毎週配信していきたいと思います。この YouTube 活動を通してまずは自分自身の英語力をもっとレベルアップさせていきたいと思ってるので、これから僕と一緒に英語を頑張ろうと思ってくれたり、少しでも英語に興味を持ってもらえたらぜひチャンネル登録の方よろしくお願いします。ということで記念すべき第1弾は海外の恋愛事情について外国人の方へインタビューしていこうと思います。というのも恋愛関係においては基本的に日本では誰かと付き合う前にじゃあ好きですとか付き合ってくださいっていう告白をどちらかがして初めてそういう公式な彼氏彼女の関係になると思うんですけど、でも実はこれ国によってはそもそも告白するっていう概念がないとこもあるんですね。これ 100% 純ジャパの僕からしたらじゃあどうやって実際に付き合うのって話になっちゃうわけですよ。今回はそんな疑問をもう直接聞いちゃおうっていう回です。このテーマについては結構気になってる人がいると思うので早速インタビューの方をしていきたいと思います。それでは Let's get going.
Where are you from?
I'm from England.
England. So how long have you been in Japan?
7 years.
Oh, 7 years, quite a long time. How is your life in Japan?
Fantastic. I love Japan.
How did you like Japan? How did you like living in Japan? How do you like?
I think it really suits me. The lifestyle suits me.
Today, I've been asking people questions about relationship. First of all, here in Japan, people have a tendency to express how they feel before the relationship. Japanese culturally, we are, how should I say, like cooperative, but we are not good at making self-expression. So in your country, actually, do people express how they feel before the relationship?
I think it depends on the person, but I would assume that in general, Westerners are more comfortable with expressing their feelings.
Right. My next question is going to be a little bit tricky for you, so I hope you wouldn't mind. But have you ever experienced slept with someone before the relationship?
Yes.
Oh yes. How was it?
More than one.
More than one.
Yeah.
Could you please share the best one?
No. Well, it should happen before the relationship. It's kind of like because that's going to be a big part of the relationship. Everybody's different, but for me that's part of the kind of testing, feeling out process.
Right.
So basically for me that's one of the earlier things within a relationship.
That's an important factor of your life.
Yeah, before, instead of waiting to be boyfriend and girlfriend, to work out whether you have the sexual chemistry is one of the things that happens earlier for me.
So you mean people need to test water before they jump?
Test the water, yeah. Dip the toes in. Yeah, maybe that is justified, I think, for me.
Thanks for sharing. So my last question is going to be like this. How do people find a partner in your country?
Well, at the moment, a lot of it happens on online dating, dating apps. That's a big thing these days. But yeah, bars and nightclubs tends to be where most young people find each other. But obviously online apps and things like that makes it a little bit easier.
People abandon the real world and go online these days, I think. So it's getting common.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so thanks for your help. Where are you from?
I'm from America.
How long have you been in Japan?
In total, about 10 years.
10 years. How is your life in Japan?
It's pretty good, you know. There's good and bad, so.
Everything has good and bad stuff, right?
Right.
I've been asking the people questions about relationship. We have a tendency to express how we feel before the relationship. But what about your country? In your country, do actually people express how they feel before the relationship?
I think, well, because in Japan it's kind of like a big deal, right? It's like a big thing. It's not so much a thing, I think, in America. In the beginning, you know you already kind of like the person and you both like each other. Otherwise, you wouldn't be going on the dates. So I think it's usually not, you don't have to express yourself and say like, oh, I like you or anything because we already know. It's good to hear, of course. It would be nice for someone to say it, but I think we don't really do that per se.
How do you identify if they are in a relationship or not?
Yeah, you have to have the conversation. So you'll talk to the person maybe for a few weeks or a few months, however long, go on some dates, and then eventually you have to have the talk. Like, what are we doing? Are we going to be in a relationship? Do you want to be my girlfriend, boyfriend kind of thing? You have to kind of just clarify it, or
So this question is gonna be a little bit tricky for you, so I hope you don't mind. What counts as cheating for you?
oh, what counts as cheating? Oh, that's a good question. Definitely sex, of course, counts as cheating.
Definitely.
I think kissing also counts as cheating for me. It's hard to know whether it's true or not. Like, but if I feel like you are thinking of somebody else or kind of like into some other girl, like you keep looking at her and all this stuff, it's technically it's not cheating, but it feels almost the same, I think.
My last question is gonna be like this. Would you mind my asking if you have a boyfriend or not?
Oh no, I don't have a boyfriend.
What is the biggest difference between Japan and the state in terms of relationship?
Oh, for me, I think the biggest difference is that the guys here are not very active. Like, they don't do anything.
No, 100%. It's not all at the same time, but yeah,
true.
I kind of agree with you.
This is true. It's like, maybe not everyone, but for the most part, I feel like the girl has to make the first move in Japan, but in America, the guy always approaches us. So much work.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to make the first move for me from next time. Yeah.
You should. It's very manly. It's very otokarashi.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for help.
はい、ということで今回のインタビューをちょっと振り返っていきたいんですけど、そもそも恋愛関係において、国によってはその違いもありますけど、単にその個人間での違いもあるよって話ですね。公式なお付き合いをする前にちゃんと自分の口から自分の気持ちを伝える人もいますし、そうじゃない人もいるので、どっちがいいかってわけじゃなくて、どっちも場合によっては良しとする場合もあるわけで、ケースバイケースだと思うんですけど、僕個人的にはそういう彼氏彼女の関係になる前に自分の口からしっかり自分の気持ちを言いたい派なんで、そっちの方がしっくりくるかなとは思いました。今後海外に行って外国人の方と付き合いたいって思ってる方も少なからずいるとは思うので、そういった方たちはこういう告白するっていう概念がそもそもないんだよっていうことを知識として知っておくのは今後すごい役に立つのかなと思います。僕のインスタグラムと TikTok ではネイティブから学ぶ生きた英語をコント形式で面白く紹介してたり、海外の友達と英語クイズをやってる動画を毎日配信、もっと英語学習したいなと思ってる方はぜひね、概要欄の方からチェックの方よろしくお願いします。最後まで見ていただきありがとうございました。この動画を見てね、少しでも英語学習のモチベーションがアップしたなって思ってもらえた方はぜひいいねボタンとチャンネル登録の方よろしくお願いします。Thanks for watching my stuff. I'll see you in the next one.